Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's Tridium talk on the Marketplace Content Spotlight. My name is Bob Newbaum. I'll be your host, as well as I'm also responsible for the Marketplace program as it is. So quickly today, just go through what we're going to cover. We have, again, I'm going to start off with a quick overview of the value statement for the marketplace, and then we'll be handing it over to Benno from Open Automation Solutions, so they can cover some of the content that they have on the marketplace, and then we'll be handing it over to Tyrrell, who is another partner with content on the marketplace, and they're going to go through some of their solutions that they offer. At any point during the presentation, if you have questions, please use the Q&A dialog, the button on the application, and ask your questions there, and we will be answering throughout the presentation. At the end, we will have an opportunity to ask any questions that haven't been answered. And this is being recorded and will be available on Tridium.com after the event's over. So with that, I'm just going to jump into the overall marketplace. So I'm assuming most people on the call, or most people at this point, realize the marketplace has changed and evolved. Last year, we relaunched the marketplace as an e-commerce website. So before that, what we were seeing was there were a lot of integrators that were searching through different places to try to find drivers and visualization tools and things to accelerate the development and the time to value for Niagara. And we also saw a lot of developers that were building and creating these solutions that were struggling to bring them to a global audience. So we built the newest marketplace, what we have today, to solve those problems, to basically create a storefront where Niagara developers can market their solutions and sell them, and integrators can find the pieces they need to, as I said, integrate faster and have a quicker time to value for their customers, and enhance what they're doing with Niagara. All of the content on the marketplace is available for immediate purchase and download, and much of the content is available with a 7-day try and buy program. So with that, you can select content you're interested in and essentially prepared to purchase it. You can set it up to purchase, you check out, but you will not be charged for 7 days. You have 7 days then to test the software on a development Niagara station, and you provide that host ID at the time of checkout. And at the end of 7 days, or during that 7-day period, you can back out of the transaction at any time and cancel it. And then on the 7th day, you're charged and you're issued a full license. So that is some functionality that most of our content in the marketplace follows. So obviously, I would encourage everyone to utilize that when it's available. That's really the value of the marketplace, is connecting our developers and integrators and bringing content to market faster for everyone. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Benno from OAS, so they can do a quick demonstration of what they have on some of their content. So with that, Benno, I'm going to hand it off to you.
Thank you, Bob. So, great. Thank you for the opportunity. We are Open AutomationSystems. We are Tridium authorized distributor, and since a couple of years we are also trainer for the Niagara 4 TCP training. We have 2 certified trainers in-house. We provide in-house trainings and on-site trainings. Right, we do have a product line called Smart Building Solutions, where we offer intelligence products for everything around building automation. And we provide also standardized software and hardware components.
Yeah, apparently Benno is having some technical difficulties, but
can you hear me?
please bear with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Benno, we can hear you okay.
Sorry about that. I think that was my fault. Benno, yep, I got your presentation back now. Laura, can you hear? I can't hear Benno.
We are a German-based company, so the trainings we offer are based in the German regions, Austria and Switzerland, but also the near European countries where available. Our trainings are in German and English, of course. Yeah, let's come to a marketplace setup. First, we got our supervisor utility application for structured supervisor web views, which we'll discuss in this demo. And we also got function macros for basic functions and plant automation. Next, we have a Modbus-based I/O configuration tool, full HDMI in Niagara for easy configuration. We provide a graphic library, which we will also see in the upcoming demo, and some BACnet utilities, which makes the life easier using BACnet in Niagara. So let's talk about our supervisor utility application. As you can see from the pictures, we can provide a structured way of navigating through your building, through your plants. You can use the standard Niagara way, the PX pages, to visualize your buildings and the plants. Right, so you can see in the bottom, you can create it fast via the PX editor, and you can show complex building structures and cities in a very simple way. Coming to the graphic library will provide you a standardized way easy to use graphics to visualize your plant with full HTML widgets, which you can configure right away from your PX editor as you are used to. Here you can see some of the widgets we provide. We do have a growing set of widgets, which we also try to improve every day. So let's jump into our demo, which I'll start in the web. So currently I'm logging into a JS, right? So our supervisor utilities in the graphic libraries are able to be used on JSs as well as supervisor. So you're able to visualize your small plants on site with a touch panel. Of course, you can see it's a JS, so the performance might be a little bit slower. We will see then the plants which we engineered directly on the JS. You can see our graphics loading. On the right-hand side, we got our navigation bar where we can navigate through custom-made navigations. On the bottom, we can see our alarm table, which will give you a nice overview about the alarms on your system. And once the PX graphics is loaded, I can show you a nice little HVAC application. At the top here, we do have a breadcrumb bar where you can also easily navigate. And for easy to use touchscreen, we can also maximize the home view. Right. Right here. So most of the widgets, as you can configure, do have a pop-up where you can manually override, for example, the damper here. All the labels here are translatable via lexicon, right? As you can see, we do have pumps, valves, and fans, for example. Now coming to our supervisor station, this running on my computer right now inside Niagara station. You can see it's faster than the other one, right? So this is an example for heating circuits, also with pop-ups on every widget. What you can also do with our graphic library and supervisor utilities is when I log into here, I can simply take the graphics from my controller, transfer it via Fox network, change it here. Now I can go back into the web, and it's as easy as refreshing the page. And now we do have the graphics from our controller on the supervisor, directly functional, and you're good to go. So you have to only engineer once. Yeah, right. That said, thank you for your attention. Please feel free to ask any questions. And I'll hand back to Bob.
Awesome. Benno, there was a question about the slow loading speed. Is there any explanation for, I guess the time to load? It was on a JACE you mentioned. That was.
Yeah, it's directly live on the JACE. So it depends, of course, on the platform. If you have a JACE, it's slower. But currently, we also do implement some speed ups for better usage. So stay tuned.
Got it. Cool. Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're
So
welcome.
with that, I'm going to introduce Laura from Tyrrell. Tyrrell is one of our early partners that been listed on the marketplace, and they have several solutions that are listed and some that are not. So with that, I'm going to have Laura jump in second here. Perfect. Laura?
Thank you. So, hi everybody. Thank you for joining today. I am Laura and I am Managing Director for Tyrrell Products. So before we start, I'd just like to give you a bit of an introduction as to who we are for those that don't know. We're based out of the UK in a town called Manchester. And for those on the call, in other areas, I'll try to use words that you can all understand and tone my accent down, so bear with me. We are a Tridium distributor, development partner, authorised training centre, and most recently a portability partner. So we have a network of systems integrators worldwide, not just in the UK, as far as Australia, the Philippines, the UAE, and even in Cyprus. So we're ever expanding that partner network, and we believe as a company, we are enablers. So we enable people like yourselves to take our technology, take our hardware and software solutions, and make buildings smart, which I believe is everybody on this call's goal. At Tural Products, innovation is not just a buzzword. Innovation is inevitable. It's at the core of what we do, and we are so passionate about the design and manufacturing and creation of smart building solutions. I'm not going to do any demos today. All our drivers come with a 2-hour demo mode built in, so I thought I'd let you find out for yourselves how to use them, and I only have a few slides. Firstly, we are looking at Zovis. Zovis are a manufacturing partner of ours, thank you, Bob, who manufacture people counting sensors. So you can buy the hardware directly from Zovis if you're outside of the UK. We supply it to our partners in the UK. We've developed a driver to allow their sensors to port that data into your Niagara system. So what are the benefits of counting people? Now, this is counting them, it is not a camera. The benefits of counting people is accurate space management. So if there is an occupancy limit in a certain space, you could have a green screen to allow or deny people entry, and you can effectively allocate resource. So if there is a people counting sensor over a bathroom and that hasn't been used today, why send the cleaner to go and clean the area when there is no requirement? You can direct that resource to an area where it is needed more. You can improve operational efficiencies. So if you're looking at queue management, you may decide to open a new counter or a checkout desk. And basically this data from that sensor can allow you to make better informed decisions about the environment. So if you were using it in a university, and although the space had been booked, but nobody has used it, then we don't need the controls to come on and be wasted. So we're reducing the impact we have on the environment and also reducing the waste in energy costs. If we can go on to the next one, please. The next driver we have, which is one of the first that we developed due to high demand from our clients, is our trend driver. So you can integrate trend legacy trend controllers and legacy trend systems such as 963 into Niagara. So it's compatible with all variants of Niagara 4 and any Niagara-enabled controller. That may be controller we manufactured or the likes of LinkSpring, Honeywell, or native Niagara Jace controller. If you go to the next one, please, Bob. The trend driver works in two different ways. So if, for example, you have a trend front-end supervisor and an existing trend network, you may want to install a new piece of hardware if one was to become end of life or faulty. You can install a Niagara-capable controller in its place, running our trend driver, and it would emulate itself as a trend device up to the trend front end. In reverse of that, if you are upgrading, say, 963, which will not be supported from, I believe, January, you can install a native Niagara supervisor front end. You are not restricted to sticking with a trend flavor. You can install native Niagara. Running the trend driver inside, it will talk down to, as I said, legacy trend controllers and function as normal. Very minimal downtime due to the auto discovery and the discovery of points, knobs, switches, etc. You can also have alarm handling, so any alarms that are generated are handled in Niagara, and you can also have schedule control. So we have an overlay of the schedules to allow the same control as if you were retaining an existing entire trend site. License packs for all our drivers start as low as 100 points, and they tend to mirror the Niagara licensing model. There's competitive pricing available for supervisor and driver bundles within this trend driver. Next, please. Similarly to Zovis, there is a sensor manufactured by PointGrab. And again, this is an occupancy and space management sensor. There's slight differences in this and the Zovis one, and we've developed both to support them for a major client we're working with. So you can see here, you've got people coming in, more than just counting them entering and exiting a space and managing that space. You can see here how long they're around, actively on a map, the travel of direction. If you were using this in a shop, for example, how many people congregate in a certain area, and you may make informed decisions as to put sale items in the area. You may alter the controls, you may detect people going onto public transport with objects or luggage, and just make informed decisions to make the space a better environment for its visitors and also for the owners of that space. Amongst those, we have a whole host of other drivers. As Bob said, there are a few on the marketplace already, and there will be more added over the coming days. So we have developed an MQTT driver. Those familiar with MQTT, we've developed our own driver. Again, all our drivers are compatible with any flavor of Niagara. So we make no restrictions and there are no lockdowns. As I referenced earlier, we are enablers. We just want to enable you to make the building smart in the most efficient and cost-effective way. Tiger TMS is a hospitality application, so installed in a number of hotels around the world. And again, we were requested by a partner to develop a driver to allow them to get that system working alongside their existing Niagara BMS. So instead of working against or standalone, imagine the power of when two systems can work together, integrated. That's what we do. Kytera is an air quality monitoring sensor. And again, we have a driver all coming back, allowing integration into Niagara framework. Google is the UDMI driver that we've developed. So we are engaged with Google and we have had quite a few inquiries for this. So this is about devices that you are onboarding onto a network, and in high corporates or smart buildings, we want to check those devices. We want to make sure that those devices are okay to be on that network. The buildings we want to be smart, the devices therefore need to be smart as well. We have a whole host of other drivers such as fire drivers for the likes of Notifier. So you can again integrate any system within the building back to your Niagara framework and just make better informed decisions. As I said, our drivers all have a 2-hour demo mode built in. If you wanted a copy of the drivers or interested in pricing and more information, you can please contact myself or my colleague Ellie. The number is on the screen and the email address is there also. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Laura. So give me 1 second here. I'm just going to, so that was excellent. So we're gonna, I think, wrap it up pretty quickly today, but most of the content that that we went through is available, as I've said, on the marketplace, and I would encourage everyone to check it out. Check out the marketplace and what we've done there. I'm trying to pull it up. Yep. So there's the marketplace, and it is very easy to navigate. So there's these trending products as well as our newest products are listed. And then at the bottom, if you're looking for a specific seller, you can do two things. You could either search at the search bar at the top. So just typing Tyrrell in sellers, it brings up the different sellers. Also at the bottom in this bar, we have a sellers tab where you can jump in and see all of our partners that are listed on the marketplace. Within each listing, you can actually jump in and actually look for a specific seller. You can see what they have that's trending. Real quick, I'm not logged in, but let me just log in so I can jump into a piece of content for you, if this is going to be painless. So we just use your community. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let me just try this again. There you go. There you go. That's easy way to get around it. So I'm sharing. Oh, it stopped sharing. I apologize. Let me share again. It's not even there. There it goes. Okay, so let me just jump back to a piece of content. So if we go to like Open Automation Systems, and we can pull up there supervisor utilities. It has a price range. You can configure it how you'd like it. And then it has the price here. And you can start there, but right underneath it has all the details of the product, as well as some videos on demos, and then details on versioning, licensing, and requirements. If there's further questions, you can actually contact the seller directly from the website, and they can get back to you. We are continuously adding functions and features to the marketplace. So if you're new to using it and you see things that are missing, please feel free to email us, Niagara Marketplace at Tridium.com. So we're always open to suggestions and appreciate feedback. With that, let's just take a look at the Q&A. As it looks like it's all been answered. So if anyone else has any questions, I'll give you. I guess that's it. So if there are any additional questions, feel free to email again Niagara Marketplace at Tridium.com. And we can get answers for you to any open questions that you may have. I very much appreciate your time today, and thank you for joining. And this, again, lastly, this will be available on Tridium.com as a recording if you wanted to go back and listen to anything. So with that being said, thank you all for your time, and have a great day.